Rain a lot. Actually, got took fishing in the rain. So that's one thing I know for sure. But I feel like it's a very quiet spot. It's nice. Um, I don't know if y'all pay attention to me lately, but I've been kind of into nature, so I feel like that's.
What have they done with my brother, Ya Morant? Ya Morant! Cloudy World, bro. If y'all don't know what's going on, we're talking about kind of the breakdown of, we'll say, athlete culture, specifically the NBA culture, bro. This video was actually mainly focused on Jaylen Brown, but I found this clip of John Morant, and I want to play it real quick because, as we know, John Morant had a really bad social media just environment on himself the last 3 to 5 years. It really, blew up when he had that issue where he couldn't stop toting weapons on camera and on live. And then he still toted a little pea shooter on live again, bro. He almost lost a huge contract for that. And he lost a lot of respect in his, you could say, his organization. Not really the city of Memphis, but he lost a lot of respect in his organization, especially because he didn't come from that reality, bro. But I wanted to play this video specifically kind of to highlight, how he's changed in a sense and how the media example of who he is as a person has changed a little bit.
Actually got took fishing in the rain. So that's one thing I know for sure. But I feel like it's a very quiet spot. It's nice. Um, I don't know if y'all pay attention to me lately, but I've been kind of into nature, so I feel like that's a bonus for me also.
You hiking or what?
I'm not hiking now, but I can go walking, ride a bike. I've been kayaking lately, so
What spurred that?
the rain.
Folks said what spurred that? Maybe the media having a real hater boner for that boy for 6.5 months, bro, messing up his contracts, his motion, his family, personal life. And I'm gonna tell y'all what we watched this video. So this recently came out a quote where we're speaking about one of the late great legends, bro, Tim Hardaway, bro. And this one where he obviously says that during the season, I don't agree with NBA players having podcasts. I feel like you're disrespecting these other teams. Adam Silver just let it go. David Stern would have said no. Well, too bad, bro. David Stern is dead. David Stern was a gambler. David Stern destroyed the modern NBA with all of his illegal gambling with the Los Angeles Lakers. So I don't think David Stern should be who you put on a pedestal, Gangy, on some real. And this is what I always say, bro. These older players are so subservient to these benefactors, bro. They look like such bro. I want to use such strong language, but I don't want to get my channel messed with, bro. But people like this dude disgust me. I wouldn't even spit in this man Tim Hardaway Jr.'s direction, senior's direction. Maybe not. I wouldn't even might even spit in Tim Hardaway Jr.'s direction. If this is the type of father you got, gang, weakling, sadness, coward. Like, bro, you gonna let these people go in your family's house and do what they want to? You gonna let these people go in the house and talk to your wife how they want to too, bro? Talking about you ain't talking about they wouldn't let what? What? I'm a grown man who's gonna have a conversation and express my frustrations about my organization not respecting me. How about I put my entire life, 13, 14 years into an organization, get drafted as a 3-and-D wing guy, get drafted third overall, went from 8 points, 11 points, 14 points, 17 points, all in a span of less than 2.5 years, became one of the most pivotal players in my entire league's history, and you're on the Celtics. So think about how hard that is. Think about the legends, the Bill Russells, the Larry Birds. I could go on and on. Even the Paul Pierces. I can go on and on. Even the Kevin Garnett one and dones. I could go on and on, bro. And for you to have, not only for my name to be in a potential top 5 stamped in that legacy, but to be treated this way as my other co-star just because he's lighter complexion, getting the media deals, and you all what get rid of me, the person who's invested over $100 million into the Boston environment neighborhood, someone who's actually cared about the community, bro. But y'all want to go mess with that Jason Tatum terrorist gang? Like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna voice my opinion, and because Jaylen Brown knows he knows how it goes out here, he went on his own platform on a space where they respected his opinion, and he spoke his mind. And what, you mad that they can't control that, that they can't get mad at that, they can't limit that? Try to. Dare you get sued, bro? You can't do nothing about that. He did it all the way you're supposed to do. And the thing that really gets these dudes mad about Jaylen Brown, bro, is that he pays his dues, bro. He has respect for the late great legends of any complexion, any perspective. It's very sad that they keep trying to make this dude Jaylen Brown be one of these super hard black. I'm against everything else except for my people. Like, that's not Jaylen Brown, dog. Everyone know that's not Jaylen Brown. This man is smart. He's educated. He speaks his mind, but he doesn't have any issues or hate for establishment itself. He has issues for the faults and the cracks in the establishment that can easily get fixed that are being allowed to let happen. And these cracks affect people on a larger scale, on a minute and a large scale, bro, on a micro and a macro. And just because he's bringing awareness to that, and not just bringing awareness, putting millions of dollars into show for it. They hate this dude. They hate him because you have to stand for something in this era, bro. And they hate that this man, Jaylen Brown, stands for something. And they hate that he stands for something that anyone can get behind. Education, working harder, investing in the lower income communities in your environment, no matter what complexion these people are. That's what it's about. They was heated because they know this man helping everyone in Boston. He ain't just helping one or the other. He's helping anyone in Boston that's struggling. They don't like that. This is a business at the end of the day. Businesses hate to be looked at like they philanthropists, bro. Even if they're doing all good things. It just is like, it's just what these people, certain businesses, certain investment groups don't like. The Celtics are not a team anymore. They are an investment group. They've been an investment group a long, long time. But lately, they've really been showing their butt, bro. They've been really showing their butt lately, especially with this Jaylen Brown trade, bro. You can't invest millions of dollars into the community, do the right thing, win your city a national championship, and they're trying their hardest to make him look negative. This man ain't even got a speeding ticket. Ain't that crazy? Even in, bro, I'll never gonna forget this man was trying to do a event in Los Angeles, bro, where he literally had a multi-millionaire who owned their home allow him to use it. He rented out the spaces on all the sides for parking. For the entire block, he rented out parking. And the city personally made sure to shut down his event before it started, made zoning music complaints when there wasn't even music being played. And he rented out, again, the entire city block of the affluent neighborhood. You know how much that costs to rent out an affluent neighborhood city block, bro? In a GTA area? The nice GTA area? Dog. They are trying to do this man so dirty, bro. It's just so sad, bro. It's so sad, bro, because this man tries to bring people together, bro, and they're just hating. And they can't even give a reason why they're hating, bro. We know why they're hating. Everyone knows why they're hating. We all can see the world for what it is. But when you try to make realistic reasons for hating that much, all it does is make you look like a coward for not just saying you hating because you hating. I can respect someone way more than just saying they hating just because, bro. And it's just so sad, bro. And this is kind of why I bring it up, because this is the era that we're in right now, bro. This is the era that we're in. They say, why do these people want to create, these podcasts? Well, let's look at this clip real quick from Draymond Green, kind of talking with Stephen A. Smith, and let's see why these athletes, why these creatives all want to, in a sense, make their own area and express themselves.
Take a listen.
I've had my words with Stephen A. Listen, he's great at what he does. I think, he's arguably the best at what he does, right? And that's your lane, respect, cool. But I also think where the line gets blurred in a negative way for journalists is he throws out the journalist tag all the time. I am actually a journalist, this, that, and other. But to your point, there isn't the going in the locker room. There isn't the, he comes in the arena. You really don't get next to him. You don't see him. And so,
And that's a really good point. That's actually a really good point, because there becomes a point where I think all public figures, if they're excellent enough at what they do, excellent doesn't mean that they're perfect. Excellent means that they do what they do in a very high skill level regard. He does that in his form of journalism. He does. Have to agree with Draymond. But there's a point when you get to these levels to where you're not interviewing one-on-one no more. You are a public figure. And it's a little bit hard because journalism is a quid pro quo. You put in what you get out. He's put in over 35 years into this. Sadly, even though he only averaged 0.2 points a game, he still played in collegiate basketball. Injuries suck. Life happens. But I got to respect that. And I respect Draymond Green for even saying that, bro. It's kind of why I be saying where I think that Jaylen Brown, all these creatives, these players, these athletes, anyone in these lanes, y'all have to be very mindful about the people you have around you, because people will say what they want about a Draymond, but this man's made over $200 million, bro. He situated his people, and he's been a lifelong piece of the Warriors. And for all the things he's made people feel like this way or the other, they've stuck by him through and through. And that's boss call work. That's boss call Curry work. That's boss call Curry work. They'd say, oh, we'll get rid of Draymond for Klay. I still, to this day, believe that it was the right decision to get rid of Klay at that time. And I also stand by it would be the right decision for them not to get rid of Draymond. He was essential in that fourth ring. You can argue every other ring, but that fourth ring, he was essential, bro. And I got to just say that. But Cloudy World, let me know your thoughts in the conversation about how these players make you all feel, about how you think about playing and, this expression and how certain athletes aren't able to express themselves certain ways. Let me know your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith, Draymond Green, and Jaylen Brown, and maybe Morant too. Cloudy World, we go.